Alright guys, here we have the second game of Grand Finals, Shadow Venom versus Suspension. Shadow Venom hailing from the land of the Little Teapots. Suspension from the land of the Buang. This matchup does not look good for for Shadow Venom, I have to say. Suspension has two ways of interrupting Shadow Venom's clear. No, one way, right? Because he can't be knocked back. But he can be kissed. Kissy kiss. I hate myself. But he can be kissed to interrupt his 3 on the wave. Which means he might even opt into leveling his 2 for wave clear. It depends if Suspension starts with this kiss or not. You have to see. Minions have spawned. Let's see. He started with 1 point and everything, and Suspension did start 2 points in his 3. Now, Hog on the side of Shadow Venom means that he's gonna start this up without being contested at all. I guess because Suspension just wants to get that wave pushed in. He knows that he can't do too much to a Guan Yu as Afro there. With that red buff, though, Suspension actually able to clean up quite a little bit of the wave. Quite quickly. We'll miss out on the rest in gold, though. Diesel had actually been making me question lately how valid starting red is with Hog. And I think you might be right about going for the red after the wave with the Hog. Whether it be the first wave or the second wave, whenever you can afford it, really. Some gods, though, you don't get that chance, like, ever, but you gotta find it, because otherwise they just push in and you end up missing out on a lot. And if they play it correctly, you end up really, really suffering. Here, it kind of worked out for Shadow Venom, though, because mostly because Suspension didn't have that kiss to interrupt his 3. Had he, that would have been disastrous. Going straight over to the blue. I doubt that he'll be able to take this whole thing. He might just take the smalls, but maybe he will go for the whole thing. He's got his ult, so yeah, he's going for it. And Suspension is wise to it, but doesn't want to contest it. Instead, just gonna... Oh, shit. Good thing he's got his ult. What? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the pause was, but he missed like 3 creeps for it. Is this strange thing? I don't understand. Shadow Venom doing the same thing again. Like I said, this is a very very methodical, very patient player. Always goes just straight for the stacking item. And actually no, that's a lie. That is a lie. I was just talking about how in the other game he has almost always gone full cooldown boots to start out. But he is always patient and methodical and will almost always go a stacking item. And that is the right thing to do. But in this situation, to rush it against the Guan Yu, it's weird because usually you'd want a little bit of mobility here. He wants to be able to escape Guan. But, I don't know, it depends how quickly he can get it online. He can certainly outclear him very easily, so maybe he's comfortable doing it anyway. Knows that he won't get that much pressure since the boots will be coming soon after. He's already got the thought done this early on, and this man, though, rushing into a runic shield this early on, and I mean, the stats aren't that great on it, and it's got a attack speed reduction on it, so I don't really see why this would be the option instead of a tier 2 bulwark, which I feel like would just be all around better. It's cheap, it's effective. I believe it's more. Is it more? I forget how much. No, it's not more defense. Not more defense, but it's good defense. It's cheap, and it allows him to get like some more power and more just like relevance overall, as well as the health. The health is what's really important. But regardless, Runic Shield is his rush, and it's a known, like good hybrid snowbally item. So, and a lot of damage off. And what the hell? The ult's still connected there. I'm not entirely sure how. He ulted, I guess he ulted the wrong part. He ulted in between his autos. Shadow Venom looking back in, even though he's got no no health, no mana for some reason. Yeah, he must have ulted like the only frames in between the Guan Yu, not Talo Assault, but whatever the cavalry charge. Is that what it's called? All right, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's go to the graphs, guys. Cavalry charge. Yeah, but every single one of them hit him. So yeah, it had to be like right in between them, like beautifully in between them. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Donnie? How you doing? 18 stacks to his name already. Shadow Venom definitely making use of the fact that Talo Assault has knockback immunity, but Suspension not at all making use of the fact that the kiss would interrupt it. Yahoo! Zeb, thank you for 16 months, man. Thank you so much. Look, he's not even turning to kiss him here. Or did he already use it? He didn't, right? He had it.
My God.
Weird. Weird. What's even weirder is Book of Thoth instead of Warlock Sash here for the Afro. Unless he's going double stacking, I'm not sure why he would value Book of Thoth more. Of course, the Book of Thoth gives you a great amount of mana and damage, and the mana is really helpful on Afro for just spamming the shit out of her abilities and staying forever. And I guess that's what Suspension likes to do, so that's probably why you went in. But overall, the Warlock Sash, I think, is definitely the best option between the two.
Get back on your feet.
Objectively, you know. Oh, he doesn't have a point in Kiss. This man went into the counter matchup saying he what the fuck, knowing full well that his kiss interrupts the only relevant form of clear that Shadow Venom has, leveling his 1 too, so he has no points in the 2, so he wouldn't be able to clear at all without it, and doesn't take his 1. I am flabbergasted. I have no words. Now what the fuck's going on? But yeah, you can't kiss him. Why would he want to just take the poke? Like, I get it must be a strategy that says like, okay, let me do as much, get as much points into my clear as I can. But to not be able to interrupt the opponent at all, it's just strange. In this particular matchup. In other matchups, sure. I don't know, maybe he wasn't thinking about it in this matchup, but he's had ample time, is my thing. So, my estimation is that this game's gonna go heavily in favor of Shadow Venom throughout the very early, and then once it reaches mid to, like, once he gets his breastplate online, I feel like it's just gonna be over. But we'll see. Depends on how both players play it. I also don't understand the Sanctuary instead of a sprint here. Most relevant CC from Guan Yu is the slow, both on his 2 and on his ultimate. And of course the Sanctuary does cleanse the slow at the end of it. But the sprint has overall better application to get her out of the shitty situation. Yeah, I agree, exactly. That's why I was saying tier 2 defense into something like a Jotun's here. I would have liked to see more for Shadow Venom, because that way he'd actually be able to kill the Afro. Right now, he's just building into hybrid items that'll keep him alive. And he needs a little bit of power, you know, coupled with that defense. And without it, he's just not hitting hard enough. It's allowing him to stay long enough that he can take all the buffs, I guess. But that doesn't matter against a god that's going to auto-win in the late game against you. Like, there's no way Aphro loses this in the late if she plays it remotely well. Still no kiss. But he knows that Shadow Venom can't kill him. This is... it's unprecedented. On one hand, we have a man who's building so that he can't kill his opponent. On the other, we have a man building... leveling so that he can't interrupt his opponent. Yeah, he has it now. He got it now. He did it. He didn't use it there during the Tallow Assault. Or the Tallow... God, yeah, Tallow Assault. That's what it's called. I keep thinking the ult is Tallow Assault. I don't know why. Some blood better be spilt here, I swear to God. He missed the kiss! What the hell? He missed the auto though. Okay, there we go. Shadow Venom, baby, takes the first kill of the game. Gets a red buff off of it too. He took the kiss, but he didn't use it against the Tallow Assault. What the hell is going on here? What kind of hell have we walked into? Yeah, Beat Stick is picked up here. Just cool. No cooldown on the side of Guan, which is not really that favorable because he relies so much on the Tallow Assaults and his 2, but and his heal. So some cooldown would definitely be good, and I guess he is gonna go Jotun's here, but he wants to go to the Brawlers to shut down the healing more quickly. He does already have a Pestilence, though. It's the only reason I'd be nitpicky about it. Sunder picked up by suspension the aggressive active from the least aggressive man I know. It's happening. And a weakening curse appropriately picked up by Shadow Venom. Very wise to pick that up here. I just don't know what suspension's game plan has been here. I guess it's just like to farm. It really is. It's just a farm. He ulted, but he wasn't near him. Oh. There's the Aegis. I think he might have him. Use the 2. Catch him. See, no sprint against weakening. Curse is a real problem. So the Sunder, maybe not the best relic when you didn't go sprint was the problem. Damn. Could never seem to just have it my way. So yeah, earlier I was noting how much better sprint would be than Sanctuary just because it allows you, positional advantage. But not only that, the sprint also allows you to escape weakening curse, which is the most important relic to use against Aphrodite. So definitely a huge misplay by not going that. Or misbuy. Mistake. Have a good one, Street Handles. Good job making it so far in the tournament, man.
Get back on your feet.
Don't be rude to anybody in chat, you guys. Surprised he wouldn't try to back him off into the tower there. So the Jotuns is online, and Shadow Venom, as you can tell, is now dealing a lot of damage. I can't believe how much more farm he has than Suspension. Yeah, you gotta just... you gotta question why throughout he was persistent. Insistent, even. Insistent on not getting his kiss to interrupt Shadow Venom's source of clear. Throughout the game, the whole time, man. Till level, I think, either 11 or 12. Things could have been different. And yet, I still, honestly, am calling this going to Aphrodite. I still can't see Shadow Venom winning this, even without a sprint. He does have double pen, which is cool against like triple defense. It actually does work quite well. He keeps using the 2 while the Tallow Assault is on. I just don't think Suspension plays much Afro. I think that's really what it is. It's weird because you think it's not a time to take out your pocket picks, but that was a good kiss, but he's still dead. And there's so much defense on this, or so much health on the side of Shadow Venom, that he's able to just tank that up. And defense, physical defense from the Cloak of Concentration. Shout outs. He's going Spirit Robe, I'm guessing here, so that after the kiss he gets the protections, even after the back off. You know, very nice. The only problem with this item, of course, is that it's physical protections into a matchup against the magical damage dealer. But he can use it up against the Fire Giant. He can use it against the creeps to an extent, and he can use it against objectives like Tower and Phoenix, Titan in general. So it does have application. How are you, Hikuba? Yeah, that's right. He ages the heal. Oh man, I didn't even notice. Yeah, I think definitely not a pick that Suspension exercises often. Let's see. He is wise to this Fire Giant attempt. That's cool. That means something's gonna go down. Is there a hog up? Yes, there is. Suspension's got to be really careful here. He just wants to poke as much as he can, but I don't know that he's healthy enough to do anything about this. A good ult there. He has no damage right now. Oh, Mist Sunder means everything there. Suspension, or Shadow Venom might be able to run him down here, and he's trying to fight into it too. He gets the kiss, and he's out. Without creeps here, Guan Yu just able to do hardly any damage to that Phoenix though. Suspension needs to make his stand here. Really needs to make something happen. He gets a kill here. This is where he'll start to take this game. Wow, it looks like Guan Yu's gonna take this. The Phoenix, that is. And he's got his horse! Shadow Venom makes out like a bandit. Has a 500 pot, has his full build. He went Heartward. I don't know why he's got Heartward instead of Bulwark, but the lulls, I guess. He wants to be able to... I don't know. I thought it still gave physical protections for a second. To say he's stacking physical protections so that he can take on that Titan. But you gotta admire Shadow Venom's play throughout this game has been really strong. He's been, taking every opportunity that's been granted to him. Most of them have been, questionably granted to him, but they have been, and he's been just doing a terrific job. Each of his ultimates have been on point, except for one, And he seems to really, know what he's doing here. into what should be an almost unwinnable matchup. Oh no! You got some. What was the Aegis? What was the Aegis? Yet Suspension's still able to. Wait, no! Oh! Why won't he back off? He did, but he's too late! Shadow Venom! Will he take it? Is this only game 2? Alright, so Shadow Venom against all odds seems to be the winner here. It won't show me a respawn timer for Suspension for some reason. That's really weird. So some really questionable play coming out of Suspension in that game. Definitely gotta say, as much as we joke about, you know, the the content of the finals matchups here, that was just such a strange one. Suspension's decision making throughout was definitely flawed, but like I said, it looked like it was probably due to a little bit of or at least a little bit of discomfort on the pick, and we're gonna have to see how that what he decides to bring for the final game of this finale.